happy President's Day to all of you, but not a so happy President's Day for Joe Biden. You'd think that Vladimir Putin could give this old, very old man like a day, just a day to relax and not worry about the situation going on in Ukraine and Russia right now. But no, Vladimir Putin has to give Joe Biden some other stuff to worry about, and it is sending stock futures into the gutter. So I want to talk to you about this whole situation because there's so much spooking the market right now. There's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt being spread out there by everybody, not just me. And I want to be able to tell you it'll be okay, but based on the data, it's not going to be okay tomorrow. Unless something drastic changes today, which I don't think it will, it's going to be bad tomorrow. So we're going to go over the data. We're going to go over my brief idea of what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now, and I'm not an expert. I have no idea the intricacies of this geopolitical nonsense going on right now and who's pandering to who and who's pushing people to get different concessions. But I know enough to know that it's going to affect the markets. Some positive and some very negative. Let's jump right over and just talk about what changed today and why I'm making this video for you guys. Vladimir Putin announced Monday evening that he would recognize the independence of 2 regions of eastern Ukraine. During his remarks, Putin aired historical grievances against NATO and the US and accused Western governments of hostile activities that threaten Russian security. The Kremlin said that Putin discussed the decisions with both the French president and the German chancellor, and the leaders obviously expressed their disappointment, but indicated their readiness to continue diplomatic talks. Vladimir Putin coming out and recognizing the independence of these 2 regions, in the DPR and the LPR in the Donbas region, eastern Ukraine, was, again, not an expert on what's going on, but the reason this is bad is there's a situation that could occur in Ukraine where Ukraine tries to fight back and they attack these regions, and there's a little scuttle that happens here. And then these independent regions of Ukraine can ask Russia for help and attack Ukraine based on those Ukrainian provocations towards those independent regions. It's a scary time, right? And based on the data, this is sending stock futures down, like way down. NASDAQ down 3%, S&P down 2%, and the Dow down 1%. Now, those moves don't seem crazy compared to what we've seen in the volatility we've seen in the market as of late. Those stock futures, that's a really bad sign that this week is not going to turn out good. It's going to be bad. And today, as you know, there was no trading. We had a day off from the stock market, which I'm sure some of you needed after this crazy volatility that we've been experiencing. But there's usually a lot of pent-up demand for trading when stock markets are closed on a Monday or a Friday. So that's something to keep in mind. I think we're going to see a very volatile day tomorrow. There's no way to know for sure how this is gonna pan out, but there's a really good chance the markets are going to be negative next week, and tomorrow's going to be really bad. So if the NASDAQ is down 3%, a lot of these tech stocks that you love, these small caps, a lot of these like growth stocks that you really love, are going to be down far more than 3%. So just keep that in the back of your mind, whether you're shopping for great deals right now in the stock market and buying the dip, which I know a lot of people are, or whether you're really fearful right now. Just know that a lot of these stocks that you pay attention to are going to drop far more than 3% if this is a volatile day like I think it will be tomorrow. I talked a little bit about the potential positive. I just mentioned it, okay? Brent crude, just like the oil per barrel essentially, almost trading at $100 right now. Natural gas up 7.5%. Russia is a huge producer of gas and a huge exporter of gas to Europe. So they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot if they choose to go to war right now. So there are a lot of people out there that think this is just Putin kind of posturing and trying to get more concessions and ensure that Ukraine never joins NATO, because that would be a security risk to them. That's essentially what they're saying, and I don't doubt that at all. This is sending the oil markets soaring. So there are some opportunities out there. I'm not going to tell you which companies to look at because I don't really play around with commodities too much. But there are some oil companies that are going to do really well through this time. So it's something for you guys to peek at and pay attention to. But I wanted to give you guys this news because I want you to expect a volatile week next week. And whether you're a swing trader and you're a day trader and you like trading this kind of craziness in the market, or if you just want to be aware of what's going on, I've been talking about a lot of this over on the Tip Ranks YouTube channel. You can find me over there every day the markets are open. I post over there at least one time a day, but I'm going to start posting here more often too, because I know you guys miss my face. Some of you, I'm sure. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another video. Please get some more rest while you can before the markets open tomorrow, because it's probably going to be crazy. I don't know if you guys saw my community post, but I bought Matterport and Palantir. I'm hoping those tank more so I can buy some more. Is that bad? That's just how I feel, because I believe in both of those companies long term, or I wouldn't have purchased them as they were falling and crashing to the earth. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.